created and curated wonderful place, to name a few, To Kill a Mockingbird, The Seagull, and Taramandal. It is our honor and privilege to have Miss Tahera with us today to deliver her keynote speech. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for that lovely, lovely introduction. I hope I'm able to do justice to those words penned so beautifully. Good evening.
You will do.
Thank you. Good evening to one and all of you present here. As I walked into the room, I saw a vibrant group of people, and it's very, very exciting to be here. I'm not a speaker like all of you here. I'm more of a maker, and hopefully I'll try and share my insights from what I've learned in theatre in terms of body language. I think that is the topic for today, and hopefully make you all get up from your seats and act a little bit.
Sure.
Yes?
Yes.
Open mind.
Not yet.
Open
Not
mind.
yet.
Open mind.
Nice. Fantastic. I haven't even started, but I will invite a couple of volunteers here to maybe demonstrate. As much as we go to theory bit of it, I'd also like to demonstrate. So I'd like to call a couple of volunteers. And it's nice to see how some of you all just stood up to participate. That's fantastic. I love the energy. So kudos to all of you. So we'll start off with body language, and after that we can open for a Q&A session. In theatre, it is one of the most oldest form of storytelling. Do we have regular theatre goers here? Do people watch plays here? So hopefully by end of this session, oh fantastic. Hopefully by end of this session we'll have more theatre goers and hopefully have some of you act in plays. So we'll try that. It's one of the most powerful tool of storytelling where you have human interaction. And one of the most important aspects in theatre is body language. So you have your voice, you have your facial expressions, and then you have your body language. And body language is a very important tool. It's a non-verbal communication. It's a very important tool which will help you empathize with the audience members, sometimes which the verbal communication fails to do. Okay, for example, imagine you are saying a particular dialogue. Maybe you're trying to say a happy dialogue, and then your body tends to not be very happy, or you're slogging. You see the difference when you're trying to be happy with your words, but when your body language is not really looking happy. So trying to sync your face expressions, your voice and your body language is a very, very important thing. Okay, so movement in theatre is a very, very important aspect. When I say movement, understanding of space. Yeah, understanding of space. Now I might have practiced my speech at home assuming there's a larger space. But when I come here, when I go to a theatre space or the stage, dimensions, everything changes there. And then you have to adapt to the space that is available in that vicinity. And you tend to use that given space to you to maybe deliver your speech or maybe make eye contact with everybody else in the room. So movement in theatre is very, very important. Also when I say movement, flow. Flow is a very, very important rhythm that is required in your body. When I say I don't mean you must dance, of course dancing is most welcome, but any sort of contemporary flow is very, very important to make your performance stand out or even your speech to stand out. Otherwise it becomes very static, it becomes very rigid. Okay, so you have different kinds of exercises or activities in theatre that help you break this rigidness. So we have certain things as Laban movements, or we have mime. Have you heard of mime? Yeah, where people put paints on their face and they say storytelling just using their body and no dialogues. Trying to tell something. So we are going to try that definitely today. That's in one of my lists. And also physical theatre and clowning. Now these are the things I won't get into detail because this again goes too much into theatre. But there are activities in theatre that help you break that rigidness and help you understand a better flow. So rhythm is very, very important when you're trying to speak. Rhythm, when I say rhythm, rhythm in your body, rhythm in your voice. When I heard you speak, sir, there was so much liveliness. You were so vivacious when you were talking. I immediately caught the rhythm. That's what we all do. In speech, we like the sound of how something is being said. The rhythm. Same thing, not just with voice, but also with your face and your body. With what pace you want to work. That's very, very important. So that is rhythm for you. Shifting center of gravity. Now can somebody tell me where your center of gravity is? Sorry?
Solar plexus.
Navel.
Yeah, navel, that's correct. In theatre, what we do is to help understand body language or play different characters, we shift our center of gravity. Now imagine if you want to be a presenter, if you want to be a speaker, then your center of gravity, I could see all of you standing here very nicely with your shoulders upright and then your posture being straight and then your center of gravity is a navel. But when you're playing different characters and if it requires you to play a different age from what you are, then you change center of gravity and automatically it helps you whatever movement you want to do. If you want to act as an old person, imagine a really old person, where do you think the center of gravity would shift to?
Forward and
Back.
Forward, your knees,
upper back.
upper back, knees. Yes. Okay, so your center of gravity shifts and you're able to play these different characters. In our plays, like you mentioned To Kill a Mockingbird, there's a 9-year-old character. If you've read the book, you will relate. There's a 9-year-old girl and this was played by an actor who was 24 years old. And for her to come and play that character as a child, she had to change the center of her gravity. So that's how important it is when you're trying to speak or when you're trying to play different characters, you change the center of your gravity. So that's the next thing. A small example I would like to give you to understand, to help you understand what is the power of theatre if you're watching a live performance. I would like to quote Mr. Nasiruddin Shah. We all know the actor Nasiruddin Shah.
Yes.
So he was one day telling me in his interviews that he was performing on stage and usually, like unlike films, in films the camera pans towards you and every movement or action is caught. And then later if they're not satisfied, they can always do something with the edit. And then you make something out of it, something grander. So that's there. But in theatre, it's a one-time performance. It's a live show. Things go wrong, then you have to make up for it right there and then. That's how it is. You can't really have a cut. You can't say, I'm sorry, can I come back again? Okay, it's a one-time thing. So he was there and usually we don't have props or set as per se to make. If you're showing a palace, you don't really need to have a palace on stage. You make the audience believe in your performance that this is a palace. You can have a cutout of something and bring the royalty in your performance rather than having a set put up. That's what theatre does. Theatre can be, you can just use your fingers, puppets, this and that to show different kinds of objects and props and sell the idea to the audience. So Nasiruddin Shah was playing a character where he was supposed to have a dagger. And he did not have a prop. The director did not give him a prop. He'd forgotten it inside the green room. So he started his performance and just empty hand, he pretended like he had a dagger. So every time he had to say a dialogue, he would very confidently put it in and out. And he was doing his performance and the lady sitting in the first row was watching this and there was a scene where he had to throw the dagger. He threw it so convincingly that she flinched. That's the power of theatre that you have. Your conviction. Anything that you say, apart from the words and voice and expressions that show conviction, your body also needs to show conviction. And that will only happen with syncing everything. I see a lot of speakers or actors who are great with, facial expressions and voice. Also because in today's times we take a lot of selfies. Yeah, because people only focus on your face expressions and not the whole body. There are very little people who go out there and stand in front of a mirror and practice. Because they forget the hands, the gestures and how your body, your stance must be there when you're speaking or enacting on stage. All they care about is they take a selfie camera and they'll start just working on their facial expressions. So that is something today's generation is doing a lot, which hopefully by your guidance and everything, there are more Toastmasters out there and great public speakers. So that's there. And breathing. The next point I would like to cover is breathing. Breathing, I'm sure a lot of you have worked on your breathing. You must have heard of the diaphragmatic breathing, where you breathe from your diaphragm and all of that, which is very, very, very important for also your body language, because how you breathe, if you ease yourself, if you breathe slower, if you pace your breathing slower, then you get a much relaxed, more comfortable body language. But if you're already nervous, so you tend to breathe faster and then you start mumbling and fumbling, which could be avoided by just breathing and being aware of being very, very conscious of your breathing. That's one very important key. We can also see how emotions, and we're going to have a volunteer here very soon and show you how, by changing the pattern of your breathing, how you can also change emotions. Can I please get a volunteer on stage? Please come, sir. Can I get your name, sir? Can we please have a round of applause for Prakash? I'm going to just be here and I'm going to tell you, you just have to enact whatever I'm asking you to do. So, simple basic breathing. Just go for it. Okay, maybe plant your feet. Yes, perfect. Does he look relaxed now?
No.
No, still no? A little more? breathe deeper.
Yes.
Yeah, breathe
Yes.
much more deeper, yeah. Okay, now I want you to show me happy. How do you feel? Just regular happy. Okay?
Again with the.
With a smile, yeah. Please go ahead with your facial expressions and your body, however you want to do. Okay? Yeah, can you tell the description? Maybe Happy New Year, maybe that will sound happy.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It does sound happy, right? Yeah, does he look happy? Yeah. Now let's go to sadness. What did he? It's tired.
Gasp.
Gasp? What was the pace of his breath? Was it
Exhaling
fast?
more.
Exhaling?
More.
Longer, he stretched,
Yeah.
the pace was much slower. Immediately when you say sad, when you focus on these things, you see how it happens. When I said sad, the first thing that anything that comes to your mind is, my life is miserable. I mean, whatever goes on in your head. But you see what happens to your breathing, right? Next, let's go anger.
You are laughing.
Okay, a little more anger, you'll have to. Okay, a little more, maybe faster, pace your breathing. Okay? Okay. When people get angry, usually they tend to breathe faster, if you notice. Yeah? You tend to breathe really, really fast. Anybody else wants to? So, would you like to demonstrate? No? So, what about you? Would you like to demonstrate?
Sure.
It's nice, yeah, both of them. Yes. Yeah, just breathe. Just look maybe at somebody and then just start breathing fastly. Just increase the pace. Oh, he does look angry. Okay, so that's good, fantastic. So that was anger. Now, can you show me fear?
It's been breathing.
Yes. What happens when you're extremely scared? Very nice expressions, ma'am. Can I see? Yeah. What's happening to your breathing?
I try to hold the breathing and
Slows down.
that's what happens.
Slow it down
down.
and you hold
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
hold it.
Can you try that? Maybe they're not very scared.
Think about your right. See this
Okay. So yeah. So maybe like, can you try and get scared? Maybe. Do I have to scare you? Maybe you can scare him and you can get angry.
Please rise up.
Okay. Never mind. But thank you so much. Please. Big round of applause. We will invite some more people to show this. So when you also change, you know, if you want to show when people entered. Now when people, a simple example, when people enter the room, some of you were already there, so you were relaxed and ready for the event. But some of them came late and you saw what they were doing. You saw what happens to their breathing. They show they are in a hurry, they come in and sit down and settle down and then start relaxing. So you can see, just by looking at somebody, if you see somebody walking across the room, you can look at them and say, maybe they are in a hurry, or maybe they don't want to go, yeah, maybe they're like slowing their steps down. So you can make out these things just by looking at somebody, how their pace is, breathing is, and how their body language shows. Yeah. So next thing is some of the things that you have to pay attention when you are standing here or giving a speech or acting out somewhere. Certain things that you need to keep in mind is your gait. When I say gait, it's your G-A-I-T, gait. The way you walk is very, very, very important. Yeah. Now, if you want to walk, do you mind volunteering?
Me? And show you what? I mean,
I'll just prompt something, let the audience guess what it is. Okay?
I'm bad at it, trust me.
Oh, don't worry, you'll be good. That's all right. Maybe just across the room. Maybe just look at his body language and can you guess what role he's playing? He said.
I'm just the normal way that I walk here.
No problem. Anybody else wants to try? Anybody else?
There's not enough space to walk like a king actually.
You can. Oh, fantastic. Very nice. Please put your hands together. Rashmi, very nice. Yeah, just only this much space. Yes.
Wow.
Is the
He
king?
got walking like a
Queen.
queen.
No, please.
Got it. They got it.
Please stay. If you had to freeze in that posture, what were the changes that you all saw in her body language?
The majestic gait.
Yes.
Majestic gait, much.
Matching stiffness.
So when I say gait, was it more thoughtful? It was not lousy. She
Graceful.
calculated her steps, much more graceful. You see, her chin was up there. Okay,
And
so
shoulders
certain
was-
things that shoulders, your chin, where your neck is, where your gaze is.
Yes.
She walked like she wanted to own the room.
And the face expression, she was
Confidence.
holding the
Confidence.
Confidence.
Okay, thank you so much. That's
Self-esteem.
lovely.
The real queen.
Very nice. So certain things that you keep in mind when it comes to gait is your gaze. Like as soon as you said queen or king, the power of position, she started owning the room like this is hers. And her chin, she knows where to look. Her shoulders are very, very relaxed at the same time and up there. Okay, her chest puffed and her gait much more thoughtful. She's not lousy, she's not roaming. You know, you can see she knows where she's going, even the little space that you have. That's what I said, space and gait. So fantastic, very nicely done. Expressions. So would you like to try? Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay. Now show me that. Sir, your name?
Jitendra is very
Please put your hands together for Jitendra. Now in your body, show me how tired you can get. Okay. Now smile. Tired, still tired? Tired with the body? Okay. Yeah. Does he look happy at any energetic?
No.
This is what happens. Most of the people don't sync their expression. And now, can you show me excitement in your body? Yeah. Okay. A little more like on the feet, on the foot like that. Yeah. If you had to walk with excitement, imagine you're just heading towards your promotion or I don't know, maybe receive something great. Yeah. Oh, he is.
Wow.
he should maybe get something out of this. Okay. Fantastic. That's very nice. Thank you so much. Okay, I would like to say one last point is in theatre we practice, and I'm sure that we practice this everywhere, is to do anything with purpose. When you say a dialogue, or when you look somewhere, or when you're trying to move your hand, or walk, or use your voice correctly, we do everything with purpose. Like for us, for example, a character gets a purpose. Usually there's a lot of study, and here today I came in thinking, okay, I'll perform a character, I'm going to have a show of my own, I'm going to play this character where I'm one of the Toastmasters. Okay, so I came with that, but usually our characters get a purpose for a particular scene or an agenda, what they're going to achieve in that particular thing. So how you say your dialogue, if you're here to convince somebody, how you say something, how you look at somebody, all of that matters with purpose. And this is how I'd like to end my session. Thank you so much for being such great listeners.
Thank you, Ms. Tahera. It was wonderful listening to you. I hope all of us carry something back from whatever we learned from her. The address to reach her is Arena Theatre Productions. This is there on Google. I tried when I wrote this down, I tried Arena Theatre Productions. So the location is available. I repeat, Arena Theatre Productions.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Now,
Q&A.
Yes, now we
Yes,
open
yes.
the forum for Q&A. I was running out of time, although I would have loved to see you act a little bit.
Yeah, you said something about gait. I could not get
Gait.
it.
So gait is G-A-I-T, and I say gait is the way you walk.
Okay.
Gait means
It is
walk.
not
You focus, yeah, the way you walk. Now when a model is walking, they have a different kind of stance. Now when you see an officer walking, sometimes you look at the person and you can say who they are or what they are, just in the way they walk. So if you're hurrying somewhere, or if you're confident, all of that has to do with gait.
I was told there is training available online as well for learning theatres.
Yes, so
Is
we
it,
do. Luckily during COVID, we were very, very fortunate to use this tool, to use this medium where we had people from different parts of the world connecting online and just doing plays. So we started off reading, and we started off doing our own little makeup and putting up a little set, and then inviting people, and then we enacted certain plays, and we've continued that even till today. We have actors from different places. We rehearse online, and then maybe like 1 week before the show they fly down and we put up a show.
But for us, if you want to learn expressions or acting, to improve our body language, is in online training available?
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Please share
And
that.
it has been possible.
Yes.
Which
And
is
it
the
has-
area whether
Yeah.
your studio is
I'll share
out
our number.
Okay.
Sorry, sir?
in Bangalore.
Online, all of us.
Where is your
I want to
Come
join.
in. So we keep shifting, so now we've moved to Kamanali, where we usually rehearse.
Do you still have the reading sessions?
Yes, we do. A little insight for all of you here. If you are readers and if you love reading, we read. Our next production is The Kite Runner.
Oh,
By Khalid Hosseini.
wow.
So we are reading that tomorrow
Okay.
around 1 o'clock. If you're all interested, you can like share your number with me. And I'll have you invite you for the read. So you can come read with a group. It's just fun reading. We pick up a lot of scripts and we read. We have casted people from all walks of life. All walks of life. Some parents who come to drop their kids have ended up casting them. Or like a 7-year-old boy from school, and we cast that way. Yes, sir.
Do you have workshops for kids? For
Yes, we do.
theatre and reading, like,
Yes, we do.
do you have anything near Rangashankara or something?
We only perform at Rangashankara,
Okay,
but around, if there's a bunch of people, then we can shift locations.
okay.
There is an online question for you.
Yeah,
Nivisha.
Yes, thank you so much. Tahera, good evening. My name is Nimisha.
Good evening.
First of all, I want to thank you for all these tips you've given us. I was able to draw a lot of parallels between the world of theatre and public speaking.
Yes.
My question, however, Tahera, is that in the world of public speaking, we mostly share, let's say, our personal stories, right?
Yes.
So, how would you suggest that we maintain that authenticity, given that we can draw from theatre as well?
Sorry, I didn't get your last sentence.
No, so I'm saying that drawing parallels between theatre and public speaking, because in public speaking we are mostly sharing our personal stories. How do we maintain that authenticity as a speaker by not giving it too much of a flavor of like theatre, like acting is my question.
Okay, so I think observing. I think one key for everybody, be it actors or be it public speakers or be it anybody, observing really helps, and that is something we recommend in every field. So maybe for public speaking, if I was here present with all of you, maybe I could have observed here and given anecdotes shared from here. But since I come from a theatre background, I can give more insights from there. But again, observing really helps, and it does match, and it's very, very similar in both the fields. So yeah, observation, I would say.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I would also like to add the breathing.
Yes.
So that would help if we are learning about the breathing techniques. That would help in our public speaking.
Definitely.
From the theatre.
Definitely. Even projection, like a lot of you when you're speaking, I can see you're speaking across the room and there's some great projection from your voice. And all of that they're more very, very similar process that you have. So you say diaphragmatic breathing is what we learn in theatre and public speaking as well. So you're breathing from your stomach, and how you speak, how you project diction, how you can pick up accents, how you can improve your diction in any language is also very, very similar in both the fields.
I have a question in continuation to an earlier asked question. What is the entry age that for kids?
For kids, 5, 6, children today are very, very passionate and very, very excited. We teach in school, so we know we can see. Usually, children have no inhibition, and that makes it easier for them to perform all over. So,
I have an idea.
yes, sir.
I was thinking, why not move this meeting to communally? Yeah?
I would love to do that. I would love to have all.
Once in a month we'll go
Once a month
there.
at
Yeah,
least.
we'll go there.
Huh?
So I will share her number with all of you.
May I request that you share it in the group so
Yes,
that we
I
can
was just saying
contact.
that. I'll share Tahera's number with all of you. You can all get connected with her.
Definitely. When I, as a director, when I meet a lot of people, I think in characters, like the stories that I've read. When I look at you or him or anybody in the room, I say maybe they could play this character. And that's one thing.
You can conceive and play with characters all
Yes.
Definitely.
all across Master.
Definitely.
Yes.
One play for all of us.
Yes. Yes.
So, thank you so much.
Huh?
That is what Amitabh Bachchan tells. I breathe English, something is there. So
Speaking
where
English, I
the
talk
person is
English.
breathing the theatre, speaking theatre, and dreaming theatre.
Yes,
So
sir.
that is the characteristics of the person so which you are carrying.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.